Alright, guys. So, I've had a lot of fun this morning because I recorded. Let me see if I can get to where I can actually see you guys. Yeah, I recorded 2 whole videos. I recorded 2 whole videos that did not work out. For this bad boy. But time will come and I'll make another. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on. So DJ Trev, the man, the legend, is talking about Tuesday in 2 days. Most definitely going to want to check that out. So I don't know if you know this, but Little Bitcoin, they're going to be doing an NFT dropping, and it's going to be the 14th. I'm pretty excited because I am a big fan of Little Bitcoin. They're one of the first ones I got on the crypto.com. And one moment. They gave me the first thing I ever got from an NFT, physical. And it's pretty amazing in my opinion. Kind of biased though, not financial advice. And they'll be coming out with more stuff, more songs. It's actually a record company by pretty famous people like Trillavision, Mitch Mula. But let's check out what else we can look at. Oh yeah. Sam Bankman-Fried, of course, was talking like he hadn't been on drugs or anything, but Elon Musk is claiming that he was clearly on stimulants. He thinks. Elon Musk also posted that he actually support of dim elections is probably about $1 billion. The money went somewhere. Where else did it go? IRS warns Americans must report payments over $600 on Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Same old, same old. Check out the market. See if we're rich yet, right? All right, so the global crypto market is down 0.2%, which isn't terrible considering. Bitcoin seems to be doing okay. Price right about 17,000. It's been going up from how low it got recently. Let's go ahead and check the month. Yeah, we've seen it a little bit. Still waiting on the 10K. Ethereum's between 1200 and 1300. BNB 289. Wow, wrapped Bitcoin's up there. I personally don't trust the wrapped crypto. I mean, it's basically pegged, so if it gets depegged, then you're going to lose your money just like all the rest. In my opinion. Interesting. Someone's posting, let's stop calling FTX a bank run. That wasn't really the issue. The incident was, yeah, it was a crime. I agree with that. It wasn't just people trying to pull out their money all at once. It was actually people, from all I've been told, stealing from out from underneath it. So we know that there's some stuff going on in China. It's a video, so I'm not going to be playing it. So, December 2nd, Cointelegraph launched historical NFT collection. It's amazing to see which articles you're most interested in minting. If you haven't gotten yours yet, there's still time. So, yeah, what do you guys think about Cointelegraph doing NFTs over the history of? It's kind of interesting. I don't know what would become of it. Kind of interested in how much they're charging too. Okay. Research invested 1.15 billion in crypto miner Genesis Digital Records report. Looks like as it goes, the price drops based off addition. So each card is a standard ERC 1155 NFT on the Polygon blockchain. This means you can manage it on the marketplace or wallet that supports this standard and blockchain. You will also see it on my collection page. Yes, you can sell it as soon as it's minted. List attributes, author, category, month and year, topic, card layout, Mark 3, brand FTX. Question is, which ones do you think will really make a difference? Okay. So on OpenSea, price, let's go high to low. Check out how this is doing. 200 ETH. Let's see if we can find some that are recently bought. Well, seems like it increases in value. Has different traits. Yeah, that's interesting. Elon Musk, I am not Bitcoin inventors. Satoshi. He says it isn't him. All these prices seem to be, all these offers seem to be around the $6 mark, and they're trying to list it for $243 or 0.2 ETH. Check out the analytics. Ooh, that floor price is making kind of some. Of course, no one really knows what they're going to pay for this. We don't know what it's going to end up being. December 2nd, there's a lot going on. Floor price down, sales are up, volume up. See if I can get people check it out. Terrifying. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, this isn't true. Hmm. Let's see what else we got. Check out some Lunic. How about that? Down again. But it's over what it's gone down to, so gotta be grateful a little bit. Crypto broker Genesis owes Gemini customers $900 million. Financial Times report. Nearly $1 billion. So, let's see if we can figure out what they're talking about. Had to pause withdrawals. After FTX collapse caused a ripple effect on the cryptocurrency space. Could file bankruptcy. There are concerns in the crypto space that we're going to see the impact of FTX collapse play out over the next few weeks with many additional casualties. What makes me nervous about that is DCG. Venture capital company Digital Currency Group, which owns Genesis Trading and cryptocurrency asset manager Grayscale, owes $575 million to Genesis. Which is confusing because it says DCG owns Genesis. Owes millions to Genesis. Crypto lending arm. DCG if you go down the list of what they own, or let's see, their portfolio. Let's go by sector. Blockchain registry, Bitmark, property rights for digital assets, Blockstack, subsidiary, CoinDesk, Genesis, Grayscale, Enterprise Blockchain, exchanges, FTX, Luno, CoinFlex, Etherscan. This is Metaverse and NFTs, Wilder World. Hey, Fire King. I just realized I don't have to type to you. I can just talk to you. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, so I'm looking at DCG and the portfolio, going through all this. Of course, FTX was related. You probably already know all this. Genesis, Grayscale. And then there's something that caught my eye, the Ledger. Bitcoin and blockchain security solutions, network infrastructure. Awesome. Let's see, there's something, I don't know if you caught earlier stream. Oh, appreciate you. Yeah. Probably just have to go back to the side again. Got too many tabs open. Okay. So Ledger, Mass Network. Like I said, it said CoinDesk in there too, so I don't know how much it's actually held by. Guess I better check, see if they can tell us that. No. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want crypto to, I don't want CBDCs. It's just Fiat 2.0, except for they have more ability to control everything we do. That's what I'm not so sure about. It says all DCG digital currency and token positions can be viewed here, and our investment disclosure policy can be viewed here. There's subsidiaries: Genesis, Grayscale, CoinDesk, Tradebook. DCG is not a venture fund. We are a strategic investor. Support the best teams, target market. So I just know that they're tied into them, but I don't think they're actually. Yeah, Yeah, they didn't have too many of those, so. But there are big namers. Grayscale, CoinDesk. Like, I guess I can't trust CoinDesk for news on DCG. But yeah, I've been listening to people, and they've been talking about how crypto's not going to really take over the retail until people are able to guarantee that if they send the money in the wrong place, that they don't lose all their money, which would be a understandable thing. But the fact that they'll control the crypto, if they can cancel transactions, we'll just have situations where if you say something bad, then they can completely control how you spend your money. CoinDesk published the article that started it. I believe you're right. And then CZ kind of looked into it and all that. People blame CZ for that, but I don't know how much CZ knew until CoinDesk's article. But yeah, I don't know how long you've been on, but I tried and I tried. I made 2-hour-long videos over my Ledger X here. And man, something went wrong with both videos, and now I don't even know if I can record display capture right now. But I mean, I have it set up, so that's a plus. Time to get everything transferred, you know? Yeah, most definitely. Like, I don't have a I don't have too much of an issue with him like letting us know that FTX was acting so terribly. But I also have to keep in mind that CZ, if he takes over like all the crypto exchanges, then he's going to create a monopoly, and then he'll be that's too centralized. Right. You got work today, or are you off? Yeah, I think it was around 8 billion. Let's see, FTX, because I think he was trying to come up with the 4 billion, and he said that if the worst mistake he made was filing for bankruptcy. FTX Trade owes its creditors at least 3.1 billion. Gotcha. He thinks he could have came up with the money, but yeah. Um, People have been asking why he isn't arrested, and the thing that confuses me is I heard that the reason he's not arrested is because if no one in the Bahamas claims that there was a crime committed, then they don't really have a reason to arrest him. Of course, I know they seized a bunch of his assets, so I don't know. But you know, they're after Duquan and him, and they haven't gotten either one of them. But Tornado Cash, the guy that made Tornado Cash, they got pretty quick, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But what bothers me about them using customer funds is not necessarily them using customer funds. Yeah, the Tornado Cash developers in custody until February 2023 as zero tolerance banking, I think it is. Now they say that if a bank is 99% compliant, 1% non-compliant will extract penalties. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna even mess with it, but it's just crazy that they arrested him so quick, and all he was trying to do was like hide, so that people can just see where everything was going. But you can still like track down whoever uses it. I mean, people are getting in trouble, and they just got sent the stuff. People's addresses locked up. fractional reserves. I don't know how trustworthy this is, but yeah. That's not the one. Let's see. Banks are required to keep on hand available. If someone deposits 100, the bank can't lend out the entire amount. So, in 1950 and 60s, the Fed set the ratio as high as 17.5 for certain banks and remained between 8 and 10 throughout the 1970s through 2010. And those banks with more than 124 million in assets had a 10% reserve requirement. Now I know it's much lower than that now, but they only have to have 10% of the customer funds. And I mean, like, Exchange was using customer funds. Well, banks use them every day, and they just get bailed out if anything ever happens. On March 15th, the Fed lowered the fractional reserve requirement to 0%, according to this site. So if everyone did a bank run on any bank, it would just like completely destroy it, unless they got bailed out, which I know they would. Yeah, it's saying here that, but this is a site that no one probably knows. Fed fund target rate range is now 0 to 0.2%. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely got a credit union also. Right. But yeah, I was looking at this, and I don't know if you know this, but Cointelegraph has historical NFT collections. So what the articles they do, they make NFTs over now. They have different editions and stuff. Price $20, 22 Matic for this one. Can go to OpenSea and I don't know. I just think it's wild. That's something that I don't think the average consumer would want to buy, but I never know. Um, Cointelegraph is like the news stuff, and then like this is a news article they posted, and they just basically make an NFT over it of just like the title and everything, I guess. Dogecoin becomes the second largest proof of work cryptocurrency. That's weird. Um, no, I don't go. Yeah, yeah, I know that the people disowned it and all that. They weren't. It just seems so weird that people weren't that made it weren't even confident. They just made it as a joke, and people ran with it so hard. But I think I've heard them say that like they create like 5 billion a year. And it's inflationary kind of. Match supply of 132.67 billion. Inflation rate is 0.31, meaning 412 million Doge were created last year. Yeah, yeah, that's completely true. Still make less than the U.S. prints each year. On average, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing prints 7 billion notes per year. Yeah. See, Doge. 0.31%. Yeah, when you put it in that context, it's most definitely a lot more desirable. I mean, we have trillions of dollars, and they have a match supply of 132.67 billion. Yeah, I'm not really. Harvard Business Review. Yeah, energy consumption is not equivalent to carbon emissions. The distinction between how much energy a system consumes and how much carbon it emits. And like I said, Bitcoin's always going for the clean energy, so it's just kind of weird that they blast them for it. I mean, yeah, I don't trust proof of stake as much. And I'm starting to not like in Ethereum, contracts have mutable state, but since transactions are serialized, it's not really an issue. Eventually all nodes will see the same state. That's interesting, Chat Sloan. Are you talking about on proof of stake? Yeah. And there's people I listen to that are talking about selling their bags of Ethereum because it just seems like that's the direction he's headed. Yeah. News section focused on MEV and censorship shows how top of the mind centralization has become for Ethereum in recent months. Are thinking deeply about some of the ecosystem's most pressing headwinds around whether regulations and community consensus may make them difficult to cope. Oh wait. 2.5 coal plants. Visa, Mastermind, or MasterCard, American Express combined annually consumption less than 1% of the electricity that Bitcoin uses per year. However, corporate energy consumption obscures the full picture. The Visa network extracts almost twice as much revenue as the Bitcoin network. Yeah, that's what I think about usually is how much energy the banks use. I mean, you got ATMs going 24/7. Hmm. Yeah. And then, I mean, if you want to go even further, like, I don't know. I don't think I'll find a straight up number on all that. Oh, that's a good question. How much gas does it take for the employees to go back and forth from home to the bank? Any comments on what you think of Big Boy going down and trying to get an interview with Sam Bankman-Fried? Think it's gonna happen? Oh yeah. I doubt they could ever be in the same room together. He keeps saying that like his lawyers are telling him not to talk, and he talks anyway because it's the right thing to do. But he keeps playing dumb, so I don't think he's as dumb as he plays. I mean, he's dumb, but I don't think he's as dumb as he's trying to be. I guess it was pre-switch to proof of stake. Actually, that info I got seems quite wrong. Not every coal-powered plant produces the same output, and it was actually much more than just two. Also, the energy consumption of the chains varies greatly depending on the activity of the course. I'm trying to be the Wolf of Crypto Street. Yeah. And what just drives me insane, they're so tied to Gary Gensler, and I don't think I've heard anything from Gary Gensler about his involvement. Disclosure demands. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he does. And the funny thing is, I don't think I can go back far enough, but I had heard that he was originally supposed to be pro crypto. This could be good news for the industry as it would bring more clarity and certainty around the rules governing crypto assets. Well, 8 to 16 U.S. coal-powered plants. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find anything. Yeah. Having shaped the structure of global swaps market, Gensler will likely embrace the opportunity to drive regulatory structure of the crypto assets market. Yeah. Okay. Bitcoin miners, which already have up to 2.5 billion in loans outstanding, could find themselves in even hotter water as many have exposure to failed crypto exchange FTX and lenders such as BlockFi. The stock prices of all three publicly traded miners have plunged more than 90% this year. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like thinking that you're gonna just need to pay a certain amount and then getting hit with, 5 times as much as what normally would be. I mean, if you expect it to be like a 10% tax, then it ends up being like an 80% tax. That's gonna make a world of a difference. I just wish it was seen as a different currency. I mean, I don't know what the regulations are for different currencies and the taxes, but at 18,000, where BTC becomes unprofitable to mine. Cost to mine. Average cost to mine 1 Bitcoin considering hardware investment is around 13,000. Let's see, this was January 23rd, 2021, so that's probably not right. This particular mining right can cost around 10K up front, meaning you would pay back your investment in about 4 years. You can spend 10,000 on a miner and 2,000 per year on electricity to generate a profit of around 2,500. Yeah. Yeah, it's stupid slow, but yeah, it's preferred. I mean, security is the thing you want. That's why it was created. That's why, this all started is because of 2008 and how the banks were doing with our money. Yeah, I like the Bureau, Coin Bureau. Yeah, I've watched quite a bit of those. And I like that he actually talks about stuff that I didn't think that you could say on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, if they can all frame it as cryptocurrency to blame, they're going to do it for sure. And the reason why the politicians are probably against it quite a bit is because our dollar is like the global currency, and then if crypto becomes it, then it replaces them, and then I don't know if how the U.S. would sustain itself if it wasn't the global currency. Yeah, I feel like we're right on the edge of like adoption and like we're so close. Like all these companies are doing crypto, NFTs, Facebook's doing Meta. Everything's pointing towards this world, and the government's rushing to shut it down before it gets any further. It looks like. That's good to know. I didn't subscribe to its clips, so I'll check that out for sure. See if I can figure out how to move this chat so I don't have to look at this to do that. Oh. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Don't go say anything that's going to get me in trouble because it's going to be around my thing. But, I mean, there's so many people in NFTs that don't see it the same way that cryptocurrency is. I mean, it's like they just want something to replace the money in their pocket instead of like actually change it to be decentralized. They still want the centralization and so it's such a conundrum when it comes to XRP because like I want them to win their lawsuit because they're kind of representing crypto right now, but they're also centralized, and I don't know. I mean, if they made a deal with the SEC, would we all suffer the consequences of whatever they decide? Yes, sir. I kind of stopped dollar cost averaging because I'm still like thinking it's going to go lower, but yeah. So here's a story for you. My wife, I was talking to her about Bitcoin. I'm like, this is back when Bitcoin was $20,000. I was like, hey, this thing's worth $20,000. If I could buy one now for $100, would you let me buy it? And she said, no. Who would pay $100 for Bitcoin? I'm like, it's selling for $20,000. She's like, I don't see why anyone would pay $100 for Bitcoin. Do you get paid weekly or bi-weekly? And congrats on like being clear of debt. That's amazing. I get paid no weekly. XRP is number 7. It's like, I hope they're paying you something. You're their best worker, you know? Well, I better think of something to say. see what MP has to say. Investors happily implement the points to burn tats off chain. Okay. So I'm guessing none of them said it yet. He's just trying to get them to acknowledge it. That's incredible, man. I hope they give you a good retirement with all you've done. Yeah. Man. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about my coworkers and all that, but it's nice to know what you're doing. Our problem is we get our new hires that are our bosses that we know more than because they're not used to it. But the things that are popping up on my Twitter, I tell you. Yeah, the problem is I can move up, but I'd have to go out of state, and I got family, and I can't be gone for 17 to 21 days. Will you buy Bitcoin if it drops below 6,000? Of course. I'd probably do my best to buy a whole Bitcoin at that point. Yeah, I mean, anytime it's discouraging when you see someone that hasn't earned their way to be your boss. People that don't know what they're talking about, telling you what to do, but yeah, if it gets 6K, it's time to sell everything you got. See. I'll check this out. All right. Well, my family's up. It's about 7 o'clock my time, so I guess I'll call it quits. I appreciate you, Fire King, for visiting us, and you're the best. I appreciate it. You know how to get a hold of me. If you need anything, let me know. All right, see you.